Tesla's self-driving feature, or as they call it, the full self-driving, even though I think they've spelled full wrong, versus a Tesla critic, which by the very clever full joke, which I'm sure you've enjoyed greatly, you probably guessed it's me. Now, let's talk about what you may not know about Tesla's full self-driving, mainly because Elon Musk doesn't really want you to, and we're gonna start right now. Welcome to E4 Electric. First things first, you're probably wondering, why is this guy, who's supposed to be an electric car fan, is hating on Tesla? Well, it's kind of like the same way how you can love soccer, but still be hating on this.
El 76 pide Montaño. Uy, manotazo de Montaño. Contra Carrasco, que la exageró además. Montaño a la mano, fíjate. Fíjate lo que hace Carrasco. Por favor, Carrasco.
Por favor, Carrasco is right. See, if you love soccer, you would hate anything or anyone who would make people hate it, like Mr. Carrasco here. Now, think of Tesla's full self-driving package as embarrassing soccer flops. We should acknowledge it's silly, but still admire Tesla and electric cars. Now, let's be very clear. Tesla's self-driving technology is by far better than anything else that's on the market right now. And yes, there is GM's Cruise, Google's Waymo, and other makers that have driverless vehicles on the road right now, including TuSimple's semi-trucks, but those are very much limited to certain routes and even times of the day. There are also driver assist features like the Blue Cruise from Ford, the Super Cruise from GM, and the Drive Pilot from Mercedes, but those are very much limited to small number of roads and even speed. Though last time I tried the Super Cruise, it did try to ram me into the freeway divider and other cars, which I did not appreciate. Por favor, GM. Tesla's self-driving technology is for all roads, all speeds, and all times of day. However, one thing that Tesla's full self-driving technology is not, it's not fully self-driving. First, Tesla takes no responsibility for anything bad that happens when its self-driving software makes the life and death decisions for you. So think of it as your United States congressman. It also requires you to keep your eyes on the road and hands on the wheel at all times, or as I call it, and call me crazy, driving. So as long as you are driving, Tesla will absolutely take credit for it, along with the $15,000, which is the current price of the FSD package. Secondly, it makes tons of mistakes. Some are small and some are deadly. I mean, it does drive better than a drunk 5-year-old and even better than some Prius drivers, but overall, it is nowhere ready to get its own driver license. As a matter of fact, if you were in some of the select TV markets in the US this year, you might have seen a Super Bowl ad showcasing how dangerous the Tesla Autopilot is. I'll show it to you and tell you who paid for it in just a second, but before that, a quick reminder that this video is brought to you by Electron. Look, one of the biggest challenges with owning an EV is finding convenient and reliable ways of charging it. That's why Electron is pioneering great charging solutions like this portable Tesla charger. You have a choice of either a 32 or 12 amp charging max depending on your available outlet. Simply swap out the charging plugs accordingly and get up to 20 miles of range per hour. With dual level charging capability and a 21-foot cable, this portable charger is perfect for powering your Tesla no matter where you are. Get one today using the discount code in the description of this video. So here's the ad that the billionaire and a former candidate for the governor of California, Dan O'Dowd, ran during this year's Super Bowl.
Tesla full self-driving will run down a child in a school crosswalk, swerve into oncoming traffic, hit a baby in a stroller, go straight past stopped school buses, ignore do not enter signs, and even drive on the wrong side of the road. Tesla's full self-driving is endangering the public with deceptive marketing and woefully inept engineering. 90% agree that this should be banned immediately. Why does NHTSA allow Tesla full self-driving?
As you can see, it is a bit dramatic, but it does get the point across. His previous ad, published last year, was actually more effective, if you ask me, because he simply took the footage of Tesla fans filming their full self-driving enabled cars, and as you can see, these do look like the driver may have just been a drunk 5-year-old. Now, Mr. O'Dowd claims that all he wants is to implement standards in which companies like Tesla conduct what I call human trials, by releasing this type of software to see in what creative ways people can hurt themselves. But that begs a big question, and no one better to answer it than, well, Mr. O'Dowd himself.
So, and whose job is it to create this standard and enforce it?
Well, for it to be a government standard, it'd have to be NHTSA, National Highway Transportation Safety Agency, or the DMV in California, Department of Motor Vehicles.
Well, guess what, Mr. O'Dowd? NHTSA, and yes, that's how it's pronounced, which sounds more like a Jewish holiday dish rather than a government organization. This NHTSA is delicious. Just gets into your teeth a little. Anyway, so NHTSA has finally stepped in and this year forced Tesla to recall pretty much all cars they've ever made with the full self-driving package activated. It's amazing that they've waited for this long when the problems with the full self-driving software were much worse 2 and 3 years ago. But it finally did happen. Tesla has also lost multiple lawsuits over falsely advertising the full self-driving package, which I cannot stress enough is not fully self-driving. But what is preventing Tesla from delivering on its promise? I mean, Elon Musk has continuously promised Tesla drivers that their cars will achieve full self-driving capability for years and lied every time. Now, here's the compilation of some of them put together by Mr. O'Dowd's YouTube channel.
Next year will probably be 90% capable of autopilot. So 90% of your miles could be on auto.
We're probably only a month away from having autonomous driving, at least for highways and for relatively simple roads. The Model S and Model X at this point can drive autonomously with greater safety than a person right now. We're still on track for being able to go cross country from LA to New York by the end of the year, fully autonomous.
But next year, for sure, we will have over 1 million robo-taxis on the road.
I'm extremely confident of achieving full autonomy and releasing it to the Tesla customer base next year.
When do you think Tesla will solve level 4 FSD?
I mean, it's looking quite likely that it will be next year.
And yet, many in Tesla community continue to believe him. Time after time after time, and some of them even fork over the money to have this feature. Elon has insisted that self-driving cars don't really need LiDARs, a technology that almost all automakers use for their self-driving tech. And Tesla has recently removed even the radars from use, relying on cameras only, while claiming that if people drive using their vision only, so should the cars. Which doesn't really make sense if you think about it, because the goal is not to have cars drive as good as people, but to do it much, much better. And for that, you need much, much better tools like radars and LiDARs. Now, it does appear that Tesla will be going back to the new generation of radars in the near future. In addition to that, over the last several years, Tesla has lost the head of its self-driving development project not once, not twice, but now 3 times, and has failed to replace all of them. And we all know that Elon himself is not heading that project right now because he's busy proving to all of us that Twitter can actually be worse than it already was. I even made an ad for him, you know, to air during the Super Bowl.
Do you enjoy Twitter, a social media platform where complicated issues are talked about with a 280-character limit ruled by unchecked agenda of celebrities and billionaires? Then check out the new Twitter, now owned by one of them, with upcoming, let's call them improvements. We'll get rid of all accounts that are obviously fake bots. And nobody hates bots more than our new owner. We'll welcome new users who have never used Twitter before.
Big league.
Happy tweeting, gentlemen! And modeled after our new owner's other company, introducing the Twitter Autopilot, where you don't have to pay any attention to facts or evidence. Not that you did before. Your biased and uninformed claims will be created and tweeted out for you while you sleep. And just for $20 a month, what? That's too much? Oh, okay then. For just $8 a month, we'll verify that, you have $8. And place this mildly attractive checkbox next to your handle so everyone knows that you're too a part of the entitled social media elite. Download the new Twitter app and cancel someone you disagree with today.
I don't know why he did not use it. And all of this is already on top of the fact that a couple of years ago, Tesla has admitted that they had to rewrite the main part of its self-driving software, which means they have ran it into the ditch, and it appears that the new software was written by pretty much the same team that ran it into the ditch in the first place. It's kind of like asking a burglar to help you shop for a new TV that he stole from you last week. Meanwhile, Elon Musk and his army of Tesla fans have flooded YouTube and other social media platforms with praises for Tesla's self-driving tech, and anyone who has ever criticized it has been gone after by the Musketeers, as I call them, or Elon himself, in one way or another, including me. And this is what that looks like.
Why would you do this? Why would you watch this guy? He has no value whatsoever. If you have watched his channel before, don't watch it again. If you are currently a subscriber to E for Electric, unsubscribe. This guy adds nothing, zero value. He is a negative on society. He is a negative on the EV community. He is a stain.
Now, I know what you're saying, Alex. This guy is pretty much wearing the t-shirt that pretty much is giving away the fact that he invests and makes money off of the Tesla stock. That's hypocritical. Now, let's be fair. He doesn't just make money off of Tesla stock. He also makes money off of selling those very t-shirts. So, yeah. Now, if you want to hear more from the Musketeers, all you have to do is look in the comment section of this very video. And as a matter of fact, I will pin the comment of whoever wants me to die the most to the top for your viewing pleasure. But listen, with the above said, it is still very likely that it will be Tesla that will be the first one to achieve the full self-driving capability or come a close second. But it is important to acknowledge that they are nowhere near that stage just yet. Though, if they would spend as much effort on developing it as they spend on fighting the regulators, trying to spread the misinformation about it, or cancel its critics, like myself, I think they would get there much faster. All right, looking forward to all of your comments, including from you, the Musketeers. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.